But for me, one of the most important for SAP's long-term survival and for the long-term survival of all of SAP's customers is to ensure that we have the best minds coming out of university with the skills they need, or at least an exposure to those skills. Now the reality is that life for a learner these days is quite different. I assume that they're going to get a copy of these slides. Yeah. Right, so I'm not going to read all this. There's a fair bit of stuff up here. You get a chance to look at this. But the point is that modern learners are distracted. They're time pressured, but they are also tech savvy. And what I tend to find that is if you give them the right sort of encouragement and the right sort of environment within which to work, they're very happy to go off and explore and learn on their own and learn from their peers and so on. Now this is why SAP is so fond of programs like the MonsoonSIM. Right? This is why we continue to sponsor the program. Because it appeals to the changing nature of learning. Now I said to you earlier that the fourth industrial revolution is effectively changing everything. It's changing learning as well. It's changing learners as well. And we need to respond to that. And there are a few key changes we are seeing in the world of learning that we need to embrace and support. And again, this is why MonsoonSIM is so brilliant, because it does cover this. So gamification is the first. Now I've been involved in gamification around learning for maybe 5 years or so. And I have to say, extremely powerful. If you get it right, extremely powerful way to learn. Right? You get the ability to inject a bit of fun into learning. And it's not just about injecting a bit of fun. I mean, if you think about why we play games, humans have played games since we lived in caves. Right? We have. And we use that as a method to enhance social interactions. We use it as a way to improve our skills. We deliberately challenge ourselves. Okay? Now obviously today, we still like to play games. The way in which we play games is very different. We don't throw rocks at each other anymore. Well, my kids do, but you know. Today, the gaming industry is worth billions. It's a huge industry to support gaming. Now, if you can take that passion, that enthusiasm, that commitment that people show when they're gaming, and get that same drive and apply that to a learning environment, just think about how powerful that is. And we're seeing it in action right now in the other room. There's also a big shift towards what we call collaborative learning. Now a few years back now, did a master's degree in lifelong learning. And I'm sure I can talk to you about various cognitive behaviorists and humanist theories of learning. It's all pretty dull stuff, to be honest. Most modern writers are now referring to the 70-20-10 approach. And that's the approach we take to learning. And the idea here is that actually learning happens in lots of different contexts, in lots of different ways, and you need to try and allow it to flourish. You need to provide skills and technology and so on to allow that to flourish. And this is where collaborative learning comes in. And a lot of the technologies we have around social media and so on can be applied very effectively to a learning environment. Okay, so you can learn very effectively without being physically in the same location as other people. And actually, collaborative learning has always been a powerful method of learning. The ability to, learn by challenging what you are interpreting, challenging the meaning that's forming as you learn things with other peers. It's very powerful. And then, of course, the ability to learn anywhere. With all of our mobile technologies and so on available now, the idea that we can learn as the answer to a question. That's powerful stuff. Learning delivered in context is always more significant than learning delivered out of context. So if you can apply learning as the way to answer a challenge while you're resolving the challenge, that's the most powerful type of learning available. Okay, and again, the technology we see now allows this to happen very easily. Okay? So that's all I wanted to talk about. I wanted to thank Abdi and the guys at Monsoon for their continued hard work around the MonsoonSIM. I think this is a fantastic program, and I'm very happy to be supporting it.